to the ops. It's your girl, Spicy K.
It's your girl TK. How y'all doing?
We are on episode number 53. And last week, we had our 1 year anniversary. Clap it up for us.
Gotta do with class. Do with class.
So I want to make a I guess it's kind of an announcement or whatever that one of our very active commenters actually lost her grandmother recently.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So yes, want to just give a moment of silence for that and to them. They know our prayers are with them. So for episode 53, TK, who are you telling on this week?
Man, let me tell you who I'm telling. I had somebody in mind that I had all week since last week, but you know what? I changed it today. Simply because okay. Ain't no okay. Alright? But look, let me tell you, hold on. Ain't no. So look here. I might talk a lot, but my mouth ain't big, right?
Okay.
Okay. I went to Steak and Shake today. Now I ain't been to Steak and Shake in a while. You know, my homegirl, she works up there in management. And you know, I just decided, you know, I'm tired of eating everything I've been eating, so I went to Steak and Shake, right?
Okay.
I didn't realize that none of they boigas come with lettuce and tomato.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but I like that on my boiga. Okay?
Okay.
So I got a little cup of chili. And, you know, they'll do it all up for you. They put some cheese and onions on it, you know what I mean? They hook it up for you. And I got me a little milkshake, because, you know, it's Steak and Shake. I ain't getting no steak, so I guess I better go and get a shake. You know what I'm saying? So I went on ahead and got me an old birthday cake shake, right?
Yeah.
Tell me why the goddamn straw was this big around. Look at that, y'all. This right here. Now,
that's like for a smoothie or something.
Man, listen here. No. I seen them this big around. This goddamn straw was this big around. So, of course, I was the most uncomfortable drinking the shake. But I had selected the dine-in option, so they put it in this beautifully frosted glass. And so, you know, I just...
Okay.
But seriously, for people that ain't used to putting stuff like that inside of their mouths, y'all need to do something about y'all straw. Because that's something... Kim, did you look?
Yeah, I looked at the size that you saying.
What in the fuck do I need the size of a straw the size of a hot sausage for? No, not even a hot sausage. The Tijuana Mama sausage, the big thick one. That's how round that dang straw was. Like I'm telling on y'all need to do something about that. And if anybody out there has any influence, please, on my behalf. I ended up having to get a spoon and eating it like ice cream. I could not handle it, and it's just, you know. And I kept it, and I meant to bring it on for the show, but I left it in my car. So, you know, it's in my car. Well, actually, my rental car. I've finally taken my car in to be repaired, so I'm happy about that. I would tell on the folks I took it to, but I don't want to mention their name with their bitch ass. All right, who you telling on? Hey, girl.
Who I ain't telling on? There's so many people I want to tell on. Whew. There's so many people I want to tell on.
I'm sure.
So I think I'm going to tell on. Well, I think I'm going to tell on these people. So, and I'm actually naming. I'm actually naming a name today.
What?
So.
Okay, yeah. I'm excited.
Only of the establishment and not other people. So, this past Sunday, Easter Sunday, There was a shooting that occurred in a black owned establishment called Roasted Salem Town.
Mm.
Um, Obviously, the shooter needs to be told on, but that's besides the point. Apparently, people that have never been to this establishment was writing, and again, I didn't verify this, but I think it came directly from the owner, and the owner has. I would trust that the owner, whoever this person is telling the truth. But apparently, people were making comments on their, I guess, Google, and
Mm.
included like some racist comments and also some other comments, even specifying that they've never even been to the establishment to like downgrade the establishment. And from my understanding, they had nothing, like the owners and everything had nothing to do with that. And I'm like, people, somebody lost their life. Like, why are you downgrading this particular restaurant because of the actions of someone else that was not remotely affiliated with it? It was
Right.
a patron that ended up, coming in and doing that. So those are the people I'm telling on, because why are you doing that? Why are you writing on negative reviews? That is a great, like, I've been there. I even did a TikTok about it. So they have wonderful food. Um, I think the customer service was also great as well. They also liked my comment when liked my video when I posted on Facebook and TikTok. So they was paying attention to what I was saying, you know. So I just want to say, like, when tragedy happens, most time people come together, and a lot of people have come together, but then there's always going to be a small group of people that wants to tear somebody down at their weakest, and I think that's inappropriate. So that's who I'm telling on. Obviously, I don't know the people, so that's why I didn't say their name. But yeah, but that was a tragic event that actually happened, and then it happened on Easter Sunday as well. So
Right.
double
That's
tragedy for
crazy.
that. So yeah, so that's who I am telling on this week. So I also the story for out. Talking is gonna be hard for me, I guess today. The story we have for the "it's cool when they do it, it's a problem when we do it" has to do with Middle Eastern and North Africans. Also, wanted to point out something that I learned while looking at this. I believe it's Middle Eastern month as well. So it kind of like goes into it. Apparently, April is their month. So, why are you looking at me like this?
Now I'm just
So I'm just saying, this story, this cool when they do it, problem when we do it story, kind of goes along with the fact that it's their month.
yes, it is.
You such a hater.
No, I'm not.
I can't stand you right now. Okay, so the story that we have for this week is, and of course, it's something completely controversial, typically has a race element involved. That's our coup when they do it story. And for this particular story, it has to do with Middle Eastern and North Africans they finally approved for them to be listed on the census and any kind of government document, because before they had to be listed as white or other. So to me, I was like, so that actually made the white population probably more people than it should have been. They're estimating that it's roughly around 8 million.
Oh,
Um,
most definitely.
and they're stating that it could actually be more people that actually fall into that category that were incorrectly had to be labeled as white or sometimes other. So TK, what are your thoughts on all of this?
I'm glad you asked me. Um,
Okay.
well, as far as it goes, I can see where they're coming from. And of course, I wouldn't want to be called white, and I wouldn't want to be called other. But is that not what I would be other than the ones that are listed prior to other? Because others always last. It's never other, Caucasian,
Yeah.
white, black. African American, whatever is listed on there. It's never other. Is never first. So when we talk about DEI, inclusion and things like that, ethnicity, diversity,
Yes.
on the grand scheme of things, I can see where, because I read the story of Simba or whatever his name was, and he said that he
From
was
the Lion King?
whoever was in the article, and he said that he was happy to be able to be represented and not have to select white or other. Although he himself, of his own admission, says that he looks white.
No, I thought he said he looked brown. The person in the
He
story,
said
I thought
he's
said he
been
was
brown. He said he'd been brown his whole life, but he is just no. He's been darker than the others, but he still looked white. Darker
And I
than
think
other.
I think the name is maybe pronounced Wara or something like that. I was like,
No,
who
that's
is
not.
Simba other than the
That's
Lion
not. That's
King?
not the one I'm talking about.
Okay.
So it's definitely started with an S, and I believe it was Simba. So we're gonna stick with that since we cannot verify that as official. Excuse you. Sorry for her interruption, you all. But yeah, but agreeing with Simba, I can understand that it definitely was something that will make you feel like, ooh, now I can be included. But you guess what it's on? It's on government forms and official shit. So, while you made a good point about representation and inclusion on the census, because if they select white, which I believe most of them did, I don't think the majority of them selected other. But the ones that did said they would rather be other than white or black because they can't identify that way either, or Latino. So other should always be an option. I've checked other before on things because I don't care. I'm not white. I ain't never checked white on nothing. I've checked black with Hispanic. What is this? What does some of them say? With Hispanic?
No, it's just a black non-Hispanic, not Hispanic or non-Hispanic or
Well,
something
I've
like
checked
that.
that, and I've checked the one that of his. I've checked them all. I don't care what you think I am. Is that gonna make a difference? Because when you see me, you don't know what I am. I could be white. It's some white people that are actually darker than me.
And yet you think you're dark skinned.
Not naturally. Hell, it's
You think you
I am.
chocolate.
It's
You
I
think you
am.
chocolate.
I am
Okay.
compared to most white people.
Okay.
Holla back. Just because you don't agree, we don't have to. The ops, remember?
Of course.
One sees with reason and one sees with I don't know, her head being in the clouds. So but yeah, I feel like it's a good thing, for them to say, hey, we did it. And I guess it matters because again, if you have to select one of those options, I would be sad and forlorn as well. So congratulations to our Middle Easterners, which includes the Lebanese, uh, Iranian people from
Iranian.
Iran. Sorry, excuse me. You have to say it right, girl, because it's not Iran. It's Iran, and I don't want to say Iranian because that just sounds stupido. So I'm gonna say people from Iran. The Middle Eastern countries, because they all come from Africa, and they might as well check black anyway. But black, as I found out, considers those of African. I mean, sorry, those not of African descent that are American descendants of slaves. So born and of this country. So again, that is an ethnicity. Should be ADOS. That's where because most of us, we don't have no connection to the motherland. Let's just go on and be for real. No connection whatsoever. I'm not very comfortable feeling like I will, when people tell me to go back to Africa, I've never been to Africa, and that's offensive. because I don't know nothing about Africa. That's like telling me to go to the Caucasus Mountains. Where you from? I don't know nothing about them folks
Neither one of those places have you.
ever in my life.
Mm.
So, it is what it is. So I feel like it is a victory. Anything where you don't have to choose yourself to be white or other. Let's just say other, because other, that could be anything. You could be a darn peanut butter cookie. Or whatever. What is other?
I don't think people are peanut butter cookies, though.
You could be. If you're saying other, you're other than what? Other than a human? Other than anything. So I'm glad that it's definitely been solved and resolved. Congratulations, my North Africaners and my Middle Easterners.
And by the way, I want to correct myself. Apparently, it's Arab American Heritage Month. So not Middle Eastern.
She said Arab. Now, for somebody that wants to always be PC, it's Arab.
Is that not what it said? Oh, Arab. Oh my goodness, Arab.
My God. You know what?
Arab American Heritage Month.
Audience, she can't never ever in life.
I already told you the first at the beginning of the show, I said apparently me and words are having a hard time today.
Because apparently that's what you say when you refer to that demographic. You say Arab, and you just said it. It's Arab Heritage Month. That's like, you know what? Instead of calling it Black History Month, they said Colored Folk Month. You will have a fit talking about Arab.
Well, I wasn't trying to be offensive. I just really, it just did not dawn in my head.
You know what? Most people aren't trying to be offensive when they're being offensive.
Oh, my goodness. Anyway,
we'll let you slide with that one.
Apparently, they're still advocating for a lot of changes because there's a lot of people that are Sudanese, and I think it was Sudanese and some other country that I can't think of right now, that they have to mark this area as well, but they mostly identify as black because they're from,
Sudan, and that's what they are. Mm-hmm.
So, because also, even under the Middle Eastern and North American, it only has Lebanese, Syrian, Iranian, Iraq, Egyptian, and Israeli.
I'm gonna tell you one more time. It's Iran, and look, when they come for you, I'm gonna be there with you. I'm gonna.
So it's Iranian?
Yeah,
that doesn't sound. That doesn't.
It doesn't.
Sound right.
That's what. Didn't I just say that? I said all of that. Do you not pay attention? Rewind.
I do pay attention.
Play the tape back, y'all. Play the tape back, cause baby,
first of
she
all,
don't pay me. She don't. Oh, it's live.
But
anyway,
okay, exactly.
We're gonna play it back later. Replay, cause baby, she done said. You know what? What's the next topic? Cause I'm done with you on that. All right, Arab. You know what?
But yeah. So that's the cool when they do it story. So let's go ahead and go to the first topic. Since you want to go ahead and talk about things, go ahead and talk about it, Dan. Mm-hmm.
I really don't. I know this is the one topic that I swear we talked about already.
We talked about it a long time ago as it related to another situation, but whatever.
So, everybody, well, not everybody. I really don't see anybody being concerned with what's going on with Diddy. Everybody know, they're making memes, but that's what they've been doing since everything fell. He's sold his stake in, what is it? Was it Revolt?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. He done sold his stake. I mean, he's definitely, it's not going to be easy to apprehend. Girl, you done rubbed off on me. Apprehend him and bring him into custody to get what's going on. I just want to know what they raided his home for. Like, are they looking for actually trafficked humans in there? Like, I mean, what were they looking for? Because if you saw the ramshackleness, and that's what I'll call it, after the fact.
Okay.
Yeah. That the police and the sheriff's department, whoever, the Fed. Well, actually, it wasn't the police department; it was the Feds. So it was the FBI.
Yeah, Homeland Security. Homeland Security.
I was, damn. But okay, well, that's really not good. You might have been all right, Puff Diddy, if you had the FBI raiding your shit. Let me tell you something. When you mess with the HS, and that's all I'm gonna say, that got me spooked to the point where I ain't when you got HS running through your shit, they done heard something. Do you feel me? And when I say they done heard it, ain't nobody told them shit. Okay? I'm sorry. The whole time I'm looking at the videos and everything, I'm thinking it's the FBI.
No, I think I'm almost positive it was Homeland Security.
My boy. I ain't even gonna tell you to turn yourself in at this point because I don't know what they might do to you. Because if you think about it, Homeland Security was who went after the fellow that decided to hijack a plane and go on a joyride in the air. Talking about tell his mama he's sorry because he know he finna be in trouble type ish. But yeah, Homeland Security questioned him. Mm-hmm. And ain't nobody heard from them since. Okay? So, I mean, that's all I'm gonna say.
And they raided both homes, the Los Angeles one and the Miami one.
Why they just stop at them two?
I don't know.
Exactly, because they done heard something. Do you hear me? On the wires, something has happened. So it might have possibly very well been that they thought there were trafficked humans in there. You feel me?
Yeah.
So yeah, this is not something that's gonna go away. So he sent his plane apparently. Was it to the Bermuda?
I don't remember where the plane was at.
Well, he wasn't on it.
Yeah.
So you just gonna fly out of just fly and go and the plane is on. He parachute out there? I don't like what the heck happened to the. Where is it? In Miami. Didn't somebody say they saw him in Miami? Like he pulled up on somebody? Like he ain't.
Well, they had a picture of him like at the airport.
Mm-hmm.
Like of him like walk like outside of the airport. Let me just say it that way, outside of the airport.
And then not on the plane though when they found the plane.
I never saw the picture. I can't confirm or deny. The only picture I remember seeing is the one of him being at the airport. But yeah, but they raided both of his homes. They didn't say. They just said it was a part of an ongoing investigation. No one knows whether or not this is related to the suit that what is that man's name? I just know his last name is Jones.
Not Jones.
Rodney.
Okay.
Rodney Jones, the music producer, had filed a suit, so they don't know if it's connected to that because apparently in that suit he named a whole bunch of things and named a whole bunch of people. Like he named names of a lot of people. I think he mentions. I know people were saying that he mentioned like Stevie J and stuff like that. Young Miami, and people are thinking that this Homeland Security raid had to do with sex trafficking.
That's what it said.
Mm-hmm. That's what a lot of people are saying that they believe that it has to do. But of course, no one has officially stated apparently, but that's what it's being alleged to. But then also there were some allegations about drugs as well. So it was trafficking either way.
HS doesn't
allegedly.
Let's just say HS doesn't do drugs. They're not involved in the war on drugs. Okay?
I think they're involved. I think they do dual. I could be wrong, but I'm almost positive Homeland Security does. They act. I think it's with. I guess that's other agencies. Mm. Yeah.
If you got some drugs trafficked in and you cross the border illegally, maybe.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. Trafficking.
They didn't. They're not pulling. No, they didn't pull up on Puff Daddy for trafficking drugs. I don't understand. I really don't know. It could be something that we don't even know.
Exactly.
And I don't care to know anymore about this story. We can move on, and the whole world can move on. And if they find Mr. Combs, if they find him, being the operative phrasing, um, you know, that's weird. That changes the whole dynamic for me. Like, bruh, what you done did? They try to make him seem like a deviant, so when they put him on trial for what they really want him on trial for, people will be influenced. Then the tainted jury pool that's out there. Because I'm pretty sure you can't move this case anywhere where nobody knows who Sean Diddy Combs is.
And then like it's been a lot of speculation. Like I said, it's all kind of allegations. Like I said, at one point in time they were saying it's because of sex trafficking. At one point in time they were saying it because it's drugs. It may be a combination of both. I don't know. Everything at this point is pretty much alleged at this time anyway. But like I said, they did name apparently in the lawsuit, and names have been thrown around. So it's just, I don't know, it's just wild. And people are saying that other people are soon to follow.
Uh oh.
So
They put your boy Ashton Kutcher on the block. This is
well,
what I heard allegedly.
he him and his wife apparently have a nonprofit that's supposed to help with victim or help prevent sex trafficking. I know there was some controversy because the guy that was on that '70s show that was a little
Had
that
Danny
he was
Masterson
found, yeah, he was found guilty of something sexual in nature. I
rape.
can't remember
It was
exactly.
actual
Okay, okay,
trigger warning. I'm sorry, but yes, it
okay.
was actual. Yeah.
And I think they had spoke on his behalf, and people, it was a whole uproar, especially because he had just testified in front of Congress, before that, as it relates to his nonprofit and sex trafficking. So,
See now, let me tell you something about this. That really made me mad. That particular one right there made me mad. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I don't think people are aware of what a character witness is. Okay, I don't think that people understand that a defendant calls these people that are close to them that can testify to who they are. Okay, and that's what that is. It does not mean that I condone anything that they've done. It doesn't mean that I support anything that they've done, was aware prior to of anything that they had done, or anything like that. I'm here to offer a character witness or write in a character reference for someone that I know as a person
okay,
before all this went down. Okay? And so you're not there to project their guilt or innocence. You're there to know, to, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like if I'm supposed to give a character witness for someone, I'm gonna tell them how I know them. I don't know them as a rapist.
no. This was most of the time this was the people that, like, when they're doing a sentencing, they're speaking at that point. So they
Right.
already know. But even though apparently people have said before, with the whole Nickelodeon situation, that sometimes you're writing these letters before they're found guilty. Or at least that's what they
And
were saying.
and in my opinion, you should, because that doesn't, their guilt or innocence, whatever is found at, to be the result, should not change the words that you have spoken. Because if I say so and so was always honest with me, they've never lied to me, I have no reason to believe that they would be guilty of these things. They mean that shit. Like, they literally mean that. They're telling them from the people that they know you to be. And so if you've lied to them or misled them in any way, like, and that happens, their friends will lie to them and mislead them to get them on their side. And if they don't have any prior knowledge of them behaving in such a way, then they wouldn't know. You know what I mean? Like, I totally believe that character witnesses go into some of these situations blind.
Yeah, and
Honestly,
that's what a lot of them have said. But keep in mind this: I don't even like the terms "birds of a feather flock together" because people are their own individuals, and just like me and your friends, we are nothing alike. Like, we're both black women, and that's where, and we just happen to currently still belong to the same church, unless you change your membership, and that's
I
pretty
have not
much it.
changed my membership.
So that's where we begin and end. But in this particular case, if you knew what the charges are, and you knew that you had an organization that advocated for victims that are similar in nature, that's shaky grounds. I wouldn't do that because now your character is coming into question as well.
No, no, it shouldn't because again, there's different circumstances. I can very much so advocate for the women that are in my organization and feel strongly about what they say and stand firmly on that, and still say that a friend of mine who I don't believe is a rapist, I can say that to people, and my character shouldn't be questioned at all. Again, now, it's going to be on him if he had prior knowledge of this and he knows this and he's saying this, knowing that he has this organization. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's weird in my opinion. But as far as his character coming into question for sticking up for his friend, I don't even see why that's even an issue.
Like I said, I do because that's what Um, that's what he's advocating for. If he wasn't advocating for that, then no, it wouldn't be a matter. But that's to me shaky territory. I wouldn't do it, and I know I'm different from a lot of people. Um, but no, like it would be the equivalent of, let's just say I work for, which I don't. Let's just say I work for a bank, and I'm up here working for a bank and telling a person that is being charged with bank robbery and saying, "Well, I don't really know that. That's not good. That's not good at all." Like, now people are going to
You don't
question
really
my.
know what.
But if I work at a bank, let's say
Oh,
I'm a teller.
you saying you work at a bank and
Yeah, I'm
somebody,
working
one
at
of
a
your
bank.
friend.
Like let's just pretend like in the Vivica Fox set it off. I'm working at the bank, and someone robbed said bank,
So you think she should have
or
fired?
robbed. No. I don't think Vivica should have fired at all. No, no,
Mm-hmm.
no, no. But work with me here. If you go out here and rob the bank, and they say, "Well, don't you do it?" First of all, I'm gonna distance myself from you if you up here robbing banks, and I work for the bank because they ain't about to think that I'm your inside man, woman. They ain't about to
I
think none
would
of
never
that.
rob your bank.
I don't work at a bank, so
Well,
there's
I'm just
nothing.
saying, if
But
I
I'm
was
just saying,
if
but
this
like
your fake ass
my
scenario,
character.
I would never rob your bank and get you in trouble. I'll
But
rob another
just
one.
say you robbed another one, okay? Even if you robbed another one, you then if I'm up here saying that like, oh my goodness, I think her sentence should be reduced because da 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 da. That's gonna make me look bad based on the industry that
I
I'm
don't think
in.
so.
I think
Just
so.
I don't, because I mean you wasn't there with me. If you wasn't driving the getaway car, even though your name is the same as one of the ones that I need that money. But anyway, it's not the same. You had no, just because that's your field, that doesn't mean that you had prior knowledge or that should make you look any kind of way. They gonna think you told me how to do it. Yeah, probably.
Again, and that messes up my integrity and my credibility. That's my whole point.
Not so much, and that's another thing. You cannot be, especially in the court of law, you cannot be held accountable for what your friend does. Even though they right
I
beside you.
just no. I'm not saying from a legal standpoint. I'm just saying from a moral standpoint, and
Standpoint, yeah,
like from
there's moral
your whole intent.
accountability. You never heard of moral accountability? Shit, that's what I'm referring to. Fuck what the other people talking about. Cause you got to live with you at the end of the day, and you know good
Yeah,
and well.
I'll be like, I won't be making no statement. I don't make public statements. I would never make a public statement like that. I'm just saying. I'm not writing any letters. Especially if it was something related to something in an industry that I'm supposedly helping the victims of.
Bless your heart.
No. No.
Bless your heart. It's alright. I already know that. You wouldn't be the one. If I had to end up doing some dirt, you would not be the motherfucker I call. First of all, you gonna turn me in.
Exactly.
And I ain't got time for that shit. That's some bullshit. Go on to the. You know what? What's the next time? Fuck Diddy. I don't give a damn about Puffy, Puff Daddy, Sean. None of them. He ain't paid me a dime. And I'm glad because everybody that he gave money to is either dead, done served 20 years in jail, or very, very cracked out. And it's all because apparently of these sex trafficking parties he done has thrown in his home. You know that? And they said even J-Lo
She was with him.
had to
That's
get
what I'm
down
saying.
on the what they
That's
call
what I'm
it.
saying.
What is that called?
It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people that are being involved. They have named several people
What are they calling it? They had to
allegedly involved. Let me just say that.
they had to get groove on. What was it? Groove time. What do they call it? It started with a G or something. They had to
Groove theory.
served. No fool.
I'll get served. Oh,
What they talking about? Puff called it when they set them out. Cassie and them when he made them go and do stuff. Mary J. Blige.
oh, you mean the
It wouldn't go live. I can't remember what it was.
I don't remember. I don't remember.
I just stopped there because if you don't remember, let's keep going around and around because I don't either. But they called it something when he said it was go time or get served or something. When they had to go in there and when he made Cassie do them people Gucci time something. It seemed like it started with
now you just making up words. You just making up stuff. Yeah, let's just go to the next one. This is a story you brought to me today, so let the people know about the people in Arizona and what they are up to.
Man, so apparently it's some gang.
Gilbert Goons.
Yeah, of white boys running around in Arizona committing crimes, and they done fucked around and killed somebody. One of the boys did.
I think one of them is black or biracial.
He's
darker.
definitely biracial and he white. He not gonna check other on the app. He gonna check white, okay? Because he can't check black. Because I'm telling you, now it might be because there was one a little more.
And there's the one looked like he could have been, more Hispanic than
Hispanical. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
So let me tell you something. But regardless of them having a smidgen of black and Latino in them, this is a gang of white boys that think they hard in Arizona of all places. Like, well, they had Banging in Little Rock. Maybe they got Banging in Mesa or whatever they got out there in the desert. I guess he defended whichever plot of desert y'all want out there. Anyway, so the parents in this scenario apparently condone their Gilbert Goons behavior by covering up tracks for him, making it seem like he wasn't doing what he was doing and wasn't where he was when he was.
Yeah.
Is that not? Now I'm gonna tell you something. Shout out to the parents, because of course me as a parent, I would do the exact same. I'm not even gonna front. If I had a child and my child, accidentally or otherwise unalive.
So that means you going to jail.
I don't know how that's gonna play out, because if I do it well enough, nobody going to jail. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. But like, look, I don't have that love of a child. So, but I know what I would do for my friends. So it's like if it was my child, oh, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go above man. So I can't chastise or judge these people for what they've done, but they stupid as hell. Okay, and more than likely, if that was in that scenario, I'd be stupid as hell too. I should probably turn my child in and say, "Look, this motherfucker did this. Let them serve their time because they're still young. They can do a life sentence and still come out fairly young. You know what I mean?"
Yeah.
But these parents said not today, not my baby. Like they went as far. You know, if y'all ain't never seen Game of Thrones, they went Cersei on their ass. Like Cersei will will cut off your breath for her children. Okay, do you hear me?
I didn't watch that.
Because we're not even. I know you didn't watch it. Everybody
Okay.
that watching us know you didn't watch it. But I guarantee you, people that are watching us have seen Game of Thrones and understand who Cersei was. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
so it's not okay. But all right.
Well, the thing about it is that one of the um, one of the boys was able to go and Renner was able to play football and was named player of the game a day after the murder.
Mm.
I guess that's to say alleged murder, since I don't think they've been found guilty at
Matt.
this point.
Right. So everybody's innocent
Alleged.
until they are proven so.
Yes.
Even though
Innocent
the
until
parents
proven
covered it
guilty.
up. Even though your
Yes.
parents covered it up, you're innocent until you're proven guilty.
But apparently they end up terminating the coach, and they also removed the student from the school as well. But yeah,
The coach knew?
I guess they terminated him. Maybe because he allowed him to play.
But, well, did they know he was accused? That's the question.
I think it was. It sounded like they may have heard like rumors or something.
That he was in the gang.
No, rumors about the murder and everything.
Mm.
Like that they were potentially involved, because I think everybody knew that they were all together when this incident occurred.
But he had not been convicted of a crime,
No,
just
no, no,
accused.
no. But also keep in mind that I think this is like a private school, so they probably got different rules. Actually, a lot of times, sometimes private schools sweep a lot of stuff under the rug, but that's neither here nor there. At least back in the day, that's how yeah.
I've been on rugs at private schools. But anyway, so the coach got fired because he let him play. Man, I'm telling you, it's one band, one
Well,
sound.
I never understood why, but they mentioned that the coach got fired and he got removed
I want to
from the
know why
school.
the coach got fired. Did he know about that boy killing folk? Was he in the game? He might have been an OG. We don't even know. OG Gilbert Goon.
Oh my!
Hey, it's up because that don't make sense. He had to play if he was obligated to play in the game if he was a member of the team. Why would the coach get fired unless he either did something too?
Because apparently, as it, and I hope I'm getting this correct.
No,
So
Lord, here we
apparently
go.
no, I'm talking about the article. I have no
Oh.
control of the article. I have no
Okay.
control of the article.
No, you didn't.
So apparently, they were saying that the Renner guy had admitted that he was one of the one, because keep in mind the guy got killed due to being beaten, and he had admitted that he was one of the ones that first hit him.
Mm.
So he admitted that a couple of days like after the incident, because the incident happened like Halloween. So he admitted that, and they were already like. So I think that's why he got pretty much kicked out of school.
Well, I guess if he wouldn't have said he did it, then of course they're gonna kick him out.
Yeah.
Dumbass boy. But anyway, so my thing is, all right, so but I mean, you either face them or you face the gang. You know what I mean? You don't know about that life, but when you're in the gang life, you gotta do it. If you don't do it,
Well,
you die. You know what I'm saying,
oh
son?
my,
You know what I mean?
oh,
So
oh my.
so my man Renner was like, "Yo, look, man, I gotta bust this cap." You know what I mean? They telling me I gotta do this, and but I still got, I got workouts and shit. I got a game on Friday. You know what I mean? So I don't know if I could. Then they was like, "Oh, so you a punk? You ain't gonna do it. You ain't gonna be a part of the Gilbert Goons." And that was it. That's how they got him.
And they also they immediately took him to a lawyer, which don't get me wrong, that's the first thing you need to do is
Yes.
speak to an attorney. Don't say anything. Don't hide your face. Don't say anything because you'll get yourself in trouble. Um
Anything you say can
can
and will
yes.
be held against you. That's not just on TV, ladies and gentlemen. That's real life.
And apparently the attorney told the parents, Becky and Travis, apparently they own multiple Orange Theory fitness studios in different
Oh,
states. Yeah. So that's why they have the money.
and
Um,
they strong goons up in there, bitch, too, huh?
and apparently the lawyer was like, he'll get off because there was a lot of kids that were involved. First of all, now I'm questioning this
This is
lawyer.
the, this is the thing.
Now I'm
This is the
questioning this
thing.
lawyer.
The kids today don't understand the jump mentality, okay? And I'm gonna explain that to you. You only have so many times that you can hit one person before they expire, okay?
Exactly.
If you're going to hit someone and jump someone, you cannot repeatedly hit them upon the face area because there's several pressure points here that will unalive them, okay? Let's just say that. I don't think they have the sense enough because see, we took what's called biology and
Hmm.
anatomy and things like that to where we understand the parts of the body and where they're located. Some of us even took martial arts as young people and know pressure points were not to hit. Okay, but the kids of today think 5 plus 5 is SkeeYee. So they don't know how to do. You don't even know how to jump people properly. You have never. Have you ever seen you from a black area? You've seen people get
Hmm.
jumped before, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen them continue to pummel someone once they're not moving?
No.
Because the purpose of jumping someone is so you yourself don't get beat up by yourself. Because you was either probably already getting beat up and they jumped in, or that person pissed all of y'all off and you just all had to get licks in, but you still don't pummel them to the point to where they die. That's it. If y'all gonna do this gang shit, y'all need to learn some self control. Okay. If you're not intending to kill them, because I don't, from what it sounds like, you weren't intended to kill them because gang members just shoot you if they want you to die.
The thing about it, I listen. I am not a lawyer by any stretch of the imagination. I ain't
No
go to
shit.
nobody law school,
No.
but the lawyer that they had that says that he's probably going to get off because he has it was several people involved. Apparently, he also told them to take him to a cabin that was 3 hours away from their house and wait till his hand healed before he come back and I guess talk to the police. I can't. I can't. So it seems like to me the parents were following the directions of the lawyer.
That does not sound very goonish to me. My hand hurts. I will speak with the police when I'm ready. But anyway, that is the weirdest thing ever, though. That's funny. But again, the lawyer says that he would get off because, and he probably is right. There were other kids involved. There is no way without video corroboration. That's what I'm gonna say. Corroboration. without video cooperation to show who hit the final fatal blow. So I'm pretty sure while they are on murder is the wrong charge that's being filed. It should be manslaughter or
Well,
something like that.
they said that all defendants are charged with first degree murder and kidnapping. Biley, Messner, and Turner are also charged with aggravated robbery. And they all pleaded not guilty, and all were held on $1 million bond each. Now, let me tell you what else I saw in this story. And this is not funny because, to the family, that's a tragic event that happened to their teenager. But apparently, as part of a text message of one of the suspects involved, once they said that there was a $10,000 reward, one of the mothers said that they wanted in on the $10,000. I guess she was about to turn in all of them. So
Dang, they just got 10 stacks. I mean, for real, for us, they give at least 30.
Yeah, it says on October 31st, after police publicized a reward up to $10,000 for information leading to arrest and Lord's death, one of the suspects texted, "My mama won't in on the money." So some tell me that they ain't got enough money for unless that mama is greedy or something. Some telling me that they ain't got no $1 million to be posting no bail.
Them kind of folks that would do some shit like that, you think wouldn't balk at $10,000. They'd be like, for my son, never. But yeah,
no, I probably would tell my child, "Hey, listen, be the first one to speak, get you a plea deal, and turn on everybody else, because I need to look out for my child."
Yes, and your child be the first one in jail to be like, "That's the one that put us all in." Because
they talking, they gonna
going to jail.
No.
Yes,
no.
Of course. Yes, you've seen enough Law and Order or whatever crazy shows you watch to know.
I do watch Law and Order SVU.
They're going to jail. They might get a reduced sentence, which is going to look even worse to the people that they supposedly told on. It's going to look worse to the people on the streets. Like, why they did 15 years and you ain't gave it 5? Yeah, that is the worst idea. Do not tell your child or any child that you're affiliated with that advice right there.
First of all, if there was a mama already willing to turn on for the $10,000, I'm turning on everybody just to make sure that my child is able to, because especially the ages of some of the kids. Take for instance, like a 17-year-old. I would be like, can we still have them charge us juvenile instead, and we can take a plea deal? Like I'm saying, let's negotiate this. Let's discuss this.
Cow tipping. This was
I don't care.
Murder.
I don't care. A lot of times, a lot of people get off or have reduced sentences than everybody else. I'm just saying.
Yeah, they don't get off.
Now that's how I would look out for my child. I'm gonna tell them to tell. But tell first.
You gonna tell like a lie? Or you just gonna tell
tell the truth.
Whole story?
But tell the truth. But tell first.
Let me tell you something. This was over a $10 chain, okay? $10.
Well, that's why they got the robbery charge. The other ones got the robbery charge.
$10. You telling me now we got to do all this? They covered it up. 18, 20, 17, 8. It's over for you, Lord.
So, anything else about this story?
Nah, we good on that.
Okay, so what you want to talk about next? Do you still want to talk about the?
No.
You want to talk about Ashley?
No.
Okay, you want to talk about the 9-year-old?
Well, I mean, let's just look at that as 9-year-old story. So there's apparently a young North Carolinian young man who was so excited about his scholastic adventures that he decided to take his family's vehicle and take himself to school. Now, you say and you laugh, but he almost motherfucking made it. Okay, he almost got to the school before he for some reason, stopped in the middle of an intersection, holding up traffic.
I know.
And then, huh?
He must be tall.
He must not be, because he wouldn't have either, or he still shouldn't have been able to reach the pedals. He's 9 years old. Ain't that many too tall 9-year-olds, unless they freaks of nature, which no, this was not him. I can imagine this boy probably real little too, sitting on phone books. Well, I don't understand, if you're sitting on phone books, how do you get your feet down? Because now your
Well, that's
legs
what I'm
up.
saying. That's what I'm saying. The kid has to be pretty. I'm thinking they have to be pretty tall, but I know apparently the police or whoever was stopping them said that they saw like a little bobblehead of the person inside the car.
Because do you know what happened? He was trying to flee when everybody started surrounding him and trying to ask him questions.
He probably got scared.
He's still in the intersection. What
He
made
was
him
probably
stop?
scared.
Listen, I don't care. Look, 9-year-old, you done made it this fucking far. What did you stop in the intersection for? I think he was trying to figure out which way to go from there. Because he was 2 blocks out. Oh man. Joanna said she could reach the pedals at 9. She was almost 5 feet tall.
Oh,
Holy cow. Well, maybe, I don't know. I can't remember where in Northern California, JB, but it is somewhere.
this was in Oroville, which is about 60 miles north of Sacramento,
Okay.
and he
I
was
did
stopped
see
by the
that
California
word.
Highway. He was stopped by Chip.
No, he wasn't
Highway
stopped
Patrol.
by them. He hit them. He backed into the police.
Once he made it to the elementary school.
No, he was too. He ran it. He sent them on a chase after he hit them. Crashed into the ditch. 2 blocks. Now, I'm not one of those walking people like in New York and Boston, but blocks ain't that far.
It said after It said after the vehicle stopped, it reversed and ran into the patrol car. Yeah.
Yeah. He hit the police car and then said, "Shit, now I know I'm in trouble. I'm finna get the hell out of here," and then just crashed in a ditch because he probably couldn't see. He was
So
9 years old.
this is what I don't understand. I know they said that obviously this is a dangerous situation and we do not condone anything like this. The Ops We Telling It All podcast does not condone this type of behavior. However, let me just say this.
Say it then, because you just said all that to say.
At least he wasn't going to get candy or ice cream like the other there was a child a couple of months ago that was going the wrong way because they wanted some candy or something. So at least this child was trying to be productive and go to school.
You know what? I'm gonna see your at least and raise you a hell no. I don't give a damn where these children are trying to go. You can't drive and stop driving. Now, what we need to be looking into is the reason why his parents or parent wasn't taking him to damn school. I agree he was being productive and he said, I have a responsibility as a 9-year-old. I have got to get to school.
And clearly he must miss the bus and everything. Like, what is going on?
And you know what? I agree. I agree now that he stopped in the intersection because when you ride the bus, you kind of know where the fuck you be going, but you don't know where the hell you be going because it's like I seen this street. I know I turned down, but you don't realize that when you're on the bus, you go down different neighborhoods, alleyways, and sideways and things. Mm-hmm. So I see now he was probably like, I got here. I'm fucking 9. I don't know. And just stopped in the middle of the intersection, not realizing the ramifications. That's what we need to start teaching the children. The ramifications. So what? They can stare and they can drive and they can stay in between two lines, which really shouldn't be that hard if we're being quite honest. But if you do this, or if you do this, you could kill someone. Something like stop in the middle of a fucking intersection. Okay? That's what we need. That's driver's ed. Please add ramifications to the what the fuck did they call to the syllabus. Thank you.
And like obviously I pulled up the story today as well. I'm almost positive I did. And there's still no updates about these parents. There's still no updates
At
about
all.
whether or not he was, they were arrested or talking to. The only thing they really say is like, parents, make sure your keys are kept out of the reach of kids. And I'm like, if
Yeah.
you're a 9-year-old that can drive, you probably can reach far enough or get on the chair like everybody else, the little 2 and 3-year-olds. Just get on the chair. It's not
Oh,
going to be too far out of reach because I'm assuming that the 9-year-old is a decent size. But the only thing they said is that the kid made it to school.
look this, you and this honey, I blew up the kid 9-year-old. I don't know what the hell exactly is really going on. But look here, look here. Mm. I I want to know why they didn't. The boy went to school. He went. They took him to school. The
Yes.
police did.
Yeah, like that's
What?
one of the things they said, but that's what I'm saying. Like that's all they said. They was like the kid did make it to school. Now I'm confused. Like how he gonna get back home if
Somebody finna
unless he
answer
ain't
for
on the
this.
bus?
Right. It's not like his car in the parking lot. He didn't make it. It's in the ditch. He can't get back home. Police ain't gonna come back and get him. He just asked out. That's school. Teacher gonna take him home. That's gonna be a Lifetime movie. I'm done.
The teacher's not gonna take him
I'm
home.
done. I
The
just don't
teacher's
know.
not gonna take him home.
I,
But I'm just
I
saying because some of these kids be out here taking a car going the wrong way to try to get some candy because they wanted some candy. You had the little girl that left the house at like some odd hours and walked to the store because she wanted candy with like 2 cents in her hand.
that little girl.
These kids,
Now that's a
they
that's a
be, these kids be doing too much.
what? Where did all this? Look here. I have been driving since I was 3. Okay, when I say 3, my grandfather built me a car out of a riding lawnmower. He took the blades off, put me wheels on it. I had a steering wheel, and I even had I had a throttle and a
Okay.
slow down and a brake pedal and a gas pedal. So I know how to drive. And even I, at 9 years old, would not have taken a car out. So it's something in a goddamn Takis or something. They got these kids thinking they can do extraordinary, like they got superpowers. Maybe because I didn't read comic books. I didn't believe in superheroes back then. I've seen Superman and Batman and all that, but that type of shit didn't make no sense. If I had somebody had told me I could do all this shit, I'd have been like, you a damn fool, because that's defying the laws of science. So maybe I just had too much logic and reasoning as a child to think
And
to
you lost it.
no.
No.
Are you trying to say, you know what, I got you. But anyway, but yeah, but these kids today seem to think they're smarter than they are.
Mm-hmm.
Or they're more apt to be able to do something than they are. And it's really crazy. Like, where is it? It's like all they eat is chicken wings and Takis. So I don't and crab legs now. Cause see, we used to like to get little snacks like the 25-cent chips and shit.
Okay.
These kids want crab
Well,
bowls and steak.
I'm from the country. I also wanted some salsa and some hooked cheese too. So, but yeah.
Never heard it called hooked cheese. That's scary. That sounds like it have hooked worms in it. I don't know. That sounds crazy. But I know what South meat is, but woo wee. I couldn't eat too much of it. People used to get South sandwiches.
That sounds disgusting.
It does, because you only supposed to eat. It's like the
You
hood
supposed to eat it with
caviar.
crackers.
Yeah,
You eat it with crackers. I actually ate some salsa today.
it looks awful, don't it?
Yep, I ate it today. I ain't leave out the house. The weather was bad. The actually weather's still bad here. It's
Oh,
thundering.
really? They don't have these kids home since 11:30 today. Oh,
School
my
was
new
canceled.
computer is set to Pacific time. It's 7:20.
Oh,
I'm so excited. I got to go back in
I'm happy
time.
that you got a new computer.
It isn't. it doesn't. It's bigger. The screen is bigger, and it was so much cheaper than even this other computer was years ago.
Mm.
It's a Hewlett Packard, and it is awesome.
I got one too. It's a laptop,
Yep.
touchscreen.
No, don't touch it.
Um,
I'm not like that. That's the Diddy in you. Okay, I have an iPad to touch on.
no, it's a touchscreen. I can do like this all day long.
I can do like that too.
Do like this to my computer. Oh, you can't see my hand.
I
But,
can't.
yeah.
So yeah, so it's like what are we doing here?
This,
What are we even doing here? If I can't see your hand?
whatever. Anything else about the 9-year-old boy that luckily also nobody was injured, so that's also amazing as well. And he was going to school, which is very productive. But it's
And was
sad that
able
no
to
one
go to
ever
school all
told
day.
us, and no one ever told us what happened to the parents. And like I said, I pulled it up earlier today, and there was no update about the parents.
You know why, don't you?
Apparently, they didn't do anything. I'm assuming because
So you telling me there wouldn't have been if that little boy name was Jaquan, it wouldn't have been no questions. Where your mama, where your crackhead mama at? Your drunk daddy is your daddy even now? Exactly. It would have been everything comes into question when it's us, but when it's them, it would have been. You know what?
well,
I even
we don't know. We actually don't know.
don't know
They didn't
what
specify.
they. And what does that usually mean when they don't specify?
Hey, I'm not specifying anything because it didn't tell me. I read what the NBC News be telling me, and that's it. I don't read
Gotcha.
into it.
Gotcha.
I don't add stuff to what they say. Anyway, for episode 53, TK, it's your turn to tell us what a TV show, movie, or a book taught you. So go ahead,
I
let us know.
am currently listening to the Game of Thrones series, the Song of Ice and Fire. All of the I've run out of things to listen to that interest me. So, as opposed to watching the series again,
So this is a book.
this is a book.
Okay,
These are
you didn't
books.
specify.
I did.
Okay.
It's the books in the series. I did. I said I'm listening to. Well, I thought that the implication was there for a book, but it's okay. I forgot who I was talking to. Anyway, so I'm listening to the Game of Thrones books, and I'm getting all. It's just really taking over me, and I done come up with 3 bands I want to name things off of Game of Thrones, and I'm just like, whoa. But I had to look. I had to think about it because it's almost. It's not almost over. I think I got another book after the one I'm listening to now to be caught up. Like because of course everyone that's a fan knows that they didn't finish the book. He hasn't finished the book series before. He had not finished the book series before the show came out, right? So I have taken an interest in what made these books want to be somebody wanted to make them into a series, and it's a life lesson. Like I've always been fascinated with how we came to be a power, and when I say that, like have a sense of government, have a sense of all of that, have a sense of how life and social statuses are supposed to be. And if you think about the Game of Thrones, like, well, you haven't seen it, but some people out there that listen have, and you either did or you died. So the phrase "do or die" is it goes back to time, what we call medieval period. I guess is how they would look at what time the Game of Thrones took place.
Okay.
Where there was a king that set a kingdom, and then the king died, and everybody wanted to be the king. And it's like, well, who you gonna tell they can't be the king? They do it by birthright. They got all kind of different things that said, this is my birthright. Like, the king's father the king passes down to his son. He's the father. He passes down to his son. If he doesn't have any sons, it'd be his first brother, his oldest brother, his youngest brother. There's so many different things, but they had to end. But you didn't have cell phones, you didn't have email, you didn't have a way to communicate with the people that were your allies. You had to be strong enough to either be able to stand with a group or stand by yourself, because you never know. In an instant, it could change, because if you get in a battle, they could take out everybody but you, and there you are by yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But everybody had the same goal: is that I'm the king, I'm the queen. You know what I'm saying? So they're fighting for this. So what it taught me is, and I said the phrase "do or die." Like, you have to. When you're going through life, you have to pick your side and stick with it. Because if you do all this flip-flopping like some of the people did in the Game of Thrones, you will surely die. But everybody that stuck with, well, I ain't gonna say everybody. The people that won the Game of Thrones, I'm gonna say people because I don't want to say person. The people that won the Game of Thrones stuck with what was true, what was honorable, whether it was good or bad, right? Like, they had honor is something that people don't have a lot of these days. Like, I don't want my name to be shat upon.
Yeah.
Like, that's all. What your boy, and I think his name. What was his name? I don't know, but he said,
was he in Games of Thrones or just another
no? He
person?
was in No Limit Soldiers. He said,
Master P?
No. He said in the song, he said, all I got is my balls and my word. Okay?
Sook the Shocker?
No, he didn't say that. It was with the Mossberry pistol grip pump on my left. I can't think of left time. Young Bleed. His name was Young Bleed. Okay. Young Bleed said he ain't got nothing in this world but his balls and his word. Now, what that means is that him as a man and what he say is what matters to him, and that's all he got, and that's unchanging in this world. Like, if I tell you that as my word, if I tell you that's my word, then that's what I told you. You can count on that today. You can count on that 10 years from now, and that is what is missing from this world. Like, I ain't gonna say that just to get you out of my face, just to placate you, just to, just so you'll leave me alone, just so you'll be happy. I ain't never been like that. I say the stuff that make people want to slap me. I'm okay with that.
I can see that.
Because let me tell you how many times I've been slapped. Twice. And I'll tell you about that. That's two of my most disappointing days. But anyway, I say the stuff because it needs to be said, and people aren't held accountable for what they do. And I Game of Thrones is teaching me that we may end up going back to that type of, survival mode stuff. That and The Walking Dead have taught me a lot to survive in the event that things aren't like they are tomorrow. Whew! And that's it.
By the way, No Limit Soldiers, the song was by True, and the members of True were not anybody that said name Young Bleed.
Okay, well that's his name.
I don't see that name.
So if you ever challenge me on No Limit Soldier knowledge, that would be the day you fall, because True was an album. It was not literally. It was a compilation album, so there was several other people on that album, and there is definitely one named Young Bleed. Put that on.
True everything. Was the band also.
It was
True stood for album. The Real Untouchables.
Exactly. I know exactly what
it was. An American hip hop group from
and it
New
was
Orleans.
A compilation album. It was a compilation album that had they made one album, and they had all these different. I'm not finna sit. JB, why am I sitting here arguing with her about hip hop? Anything hip hop? Gonna tell me.
I know things.
You never hold. You know
About
what
hip
song
hop.
I'm talking? What do you? Wait a minute. Hold on. Time out.
You're talking about the song No Limit Soldiers.
No, I'm not talking about that song. That I'm talking about No Limit Soldiers as the group, the No Limit Soldiers, okay, which was just a compilation of them. True was a compilation album. That's not what the song was on.
They had True TRUE. They also had TRU to the game, but the name of the group was TRU. It was a group, and they basically
The
was
song
the real
No Limit
untouchable.
Soldiers was on that compilation album. Kim, you cannot tell me nothing about No Limit Soldiers. Now the song, I can't think of the song. Everybody know the song. My nigga, my nerve, push out the third, jamming preserve, balls of my word, and my Mossberg pistol grip pump. That's not No Limit Soldiers. It's another song. Song by True. Yes,
That's what I'm saying.
compilation album, but I'm not talking about
You
the
click
song
True,
No Limit
and True
Soldiers.
will tell you.
You went on a rant because I said No Limit Soldiers, but I'm the guy that I'm talking about. Young Bleed was a No Limit Soldier. Now look that up. Okay,
So you wasn't talking
what
about
I
the
said.
song.
I wasn't talking about the
Okay.
song No Limit Soldiers.
Okay.
I was talking
Okay.
about the. You know what?
Okay.
It's been real, y'all. Episode 3. I'm ready to go. My name is TK. You know who she is. Peace out. That's it. I'm done.
This is episode 53.
It's a wrap.
I am your girl, Spicy K.
And I'm TK. Goodbye.
And we're out of here. The ops, we telling it all.